I've always wanted to tell the story of how I started my braided wig business. I've been contemplating between saying it through a live video or a face video or a tutorial video. At the end of the day, I decided to do a tutorial video so that you will listen to my story and be encouraged and as well learn something new. If this will be something that you'll be interested in, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new, and if you're a returning subscriber, please thank you for coming back again, and don't forget to share, like and comment what you feel. So grab your popcorn and listen and watch. I started my braided wig journey business on December 2019 when I was doing my youth service in Kano State. Before I started, I was a teacher in a school. Like I told you before, I was serving in Kano State, so I was assigned to teach. Meanwhile, I was also a makeup artist because I learned makeup before doing my service. I did my service 2018/2019. So by 2019, I was already rounding up my service year. Prior to starting my business, I already had an idea on how to braid and how to make hair, though I was not really perfect then. So I decided to go and have a training in one salon in Kano State. To be honest with you, I didn't want to learn how to make braids. I only wanted to learn how to style hairs and how to fix wigs. But unfortunately for me then, rather fortunately for me now, the lady then had a small salon she was managing, and she was very good in braiding. So most of my stay there, she only did braids instead of fixing wigs and styling hair that I actually wanted to go and learn. I registered with her November 2018 with the hope that by December I would be perfect because of the kind of customers she would be having by December. But I didn't finish. I didn't even stay up to December. I know you'll be wondering why. I've told you the reason already. I wanted to learn how to make wigs, how to fix hairs, because that was the trend then. How to fix hairs, how to do all this skull cap, all these trending wigs then. I didn't want to make braids. It was never in my agenda. I never wanted it. So I decided to go, since she was not really giving me what I wanted, with the fact that I also had other activities going on in school then. Remember I told you I was a teacher. I had lesson I was doing after school, and I used to go to her place after school around 1 or 2. So by the time I would go and come back around 6, I discovered that it was a waste of time. So I just decided to stop because the stress was already too much on me. I stopped I think first week of December, before we went for holidays. Since I wanted to learn how to make wigs then, I just decided on my own to go buy some wig tools to be learning by myself. That's self-training. So when the December allowance was paid, I just had to go to the market that December, got a dummy head, a one pieceable dummy. I got hairs, I got needle and thread, I got wig caps, so I will start my training. So I started learning how to make wigs online. If I show you the first wig I made, you will laugh. So that was how I started. Anyway, remember I told you I started learning from YouTube. So during those days on YouTube, I was so active on YouTube. Even before I even started my YouTube channel, there was a trend of braided wigs then that was when braided wigs started trending, especially the crochet method. If you've been in this field, you understand what I mean. If you go through my channel and go down, you will see some crochet methods I did before. So that was the trend then. I picked interest in those stuff. They were so beautiful, how they would make those wigs and you will come out so perfect and fine. But then I didn't even have the resources. I didn't have money to buy closure then, let alone buying frontal or even full lace to start making hairs. So I also discovered that most of the tools they use, the materials they use, they were not easily, we can't get it easily then in Kano. Even if you can get it, it will be in Lagos State. So fast forward to around December 2019. Remember I told you I started my braided wig journey December 2019. So one day my sister called me on the phone that she wanted some wigs for her children. Then she had 2 girls, and she told me that her kids were on local, that and during that December she wants something for them to wear that Christmas. Before then, I already started posting some of my wigs on Facebook then, because then I was not active on Instagram. It was only Facebook. So I already started posting the wigs, those wigs I was, the hairs now, those synthetic hairs I use in learning. I would, after doing them, I will post. And so my sister already knew, most people that were family friends already knew I did wigs. So that was the reason why she contacted me to make some wigs for her kids. I'm a very creative person, so I didn't want the regular things that we always see in the market. I wanted something new, so I decided to try some of those trending hairs I saw on YouTube. But I was having a challenge. I didn't know the net they used for the wigs then. I didn't know the materials they used for ventilating then. So what I did was I went to the market that day. I went to buy lace, this normal lace used for clothes. I was like, since it's for kids, there is no much deal, let me just repeat what they did in those videos. So I went and bought, she sent me money, okay? So I went and bought the lace net. I went and bought I think crochet pin. I already had a mannequin head, and I bought some beads, some attachments, and I started practicing. She sent me that message around November ending, and by December, first week of December, I was already perfect, and I made my first braided wig. Then she ordered for 3 braided wigs for her children, her 2 children, 2 for her first daughter and 1 for her second daughter. By this time, I had already finished my service year and was working as a secretary in one building materials company like that. Luckily for me, I had the best boss, because then I used to come to the shop. I would stay in the office. I would be practicing my hair. The man doesn't even have time for me then. All I knew that if customer come, I would just attend to the customer. When there was no customer, I would continue with my hair. So that was how I did the first wig, the first children wig I did. And the man saw it. He was like, "Oh wow, this is beautiful. Are you the one that did this? Oh, go and show my wife later in the evening to see if she will buy." So that evening, excitedly, I and my roommate, that was also my colleague then, we rushed to the man's house on our way home. So we showed his wife, and his wife loved the hair. So she bought that hair from me that day, because when she put the hair on her daughter's hair, it was so beautiful. So she had to buy the hair from me that day. I sold the hair for 6,000 naira. I didn't even care if it was low cost. I didn't even care if it was, my own was, I did something that someone bought. Remember, it was my sister's wig that I sold, so I had to do another one. So that was how I did another 3 wigs and sent to her to Cameroon. Guys, that was how my business opened, like just like that, as I'm talking to you. As I sent those wigs to Cameroon, then 3 wigs then for her kids. Remember, it was Christmas. When she got the wigs and she wore the wigs for her kids, hey, the next year was back-to-back order, like back-to-back commands, like they will always say in Cameroon. My Cameroon customers, they always say it's command. It was back-to-back command. Like, they saw those wigs, I was like marveled. They were like, "Oh, this is beautiful. Give me your sister's number." Like, every day they were calling me. So after that wig, the next year was 2020. That was COVID-19. And I forgot to also tell you that that same year 2019, December, I also make a wig for my roommate then. That was my colleague. She was traveling to the east, so she bought materials and I did the wig for her. She now traveled home, so people now saw the wigs and now decided to buy. This story will not also be complete if I don't mention one particular woman, Mommy David, that also bought from me then. She started buying from, this mini twists, more what is it called, million twists. She bought million twists for me, and she also ordered a C-cut. There is a C-cut that is on my channel. That C-cut is for that woman. That C-cut opened ways for me. So when people started buying from me, from Cameroon, from Kano, and from my friend that traveled home, that was the three connections I had, that people, I was like, that was also when I decided to open my YouTube channel, because I didn't want to hoard that knowledge. I was so excited to do something because excuse me, I was a makeup artist. Remember, I told you I was a makeup artist. Then I spent a lot of money to learn makeup then, and I didn't even have customers in makeup. Like, nobody even sent me. I didn't even have materials. I didn't even have resources to even showcase myself. But immediately I started doing braided wigs, people started coming. I discovered that was where my talent was. That was where my grace was. So one thing about life is, if you know that thing, that there's something, I don't know how to put it, that if you grab that talent that God gave you, and decide to do it, if you know, I believe your ways will open. So that was how seriously it opened for me, because I was so excited. I started my YouTube channel. If you notice, my first videos were mostly makeup and braided wigs. I started showcasing my talent online. I started showcasing my talent on YouTube. That was how I grew. Just like that, people started ordering, especially during that COVID, that people were indoors. I was busy making money through braided wig. Then I haven't gotten a shop then. I was still in Kano. During that COVID, I decided to go back home. I went back to the east. I was still at home, and I think I opened my shop. I was at home till 2021, because I opened my first shop. No, sorry, 2022. I was at home from 2019. I started to 2022. I opened my first shop 2022. So excuse me. So this was just my beginning. Okay, this is the beginning of my journey. So if you want me to say more stories like this, like motivational stories on how I started, how I built, how I moved to my shop, how I got my first abroad customer. I know the first abroad customer I had was my sister, but she was family. So I know, but anyways, this story is just to motivate you guys. It's just to motivate you so that you don't give up. I know how it feels. I know the stress, the sleepless nights, the depression I had while growing. But even as it stands now, I'm not even where I want to be. The more you grow, the more you want to grow more. So, but I know there are still beginners out there that think that who even know you, who. Just do your thing, just post. Now imagine I never posted my wigs, but that I was still learning before my sister even noticed that I was posting wigs. We were not in the same country, but It was because I was posting, I kept posting online, they were seeing it. They were not commenting on my posts, but they were seeing those posts. So what am I trying to say in essence? You might be posting, you think that people are not seeing you. They are really seeing you. They are. And trust me, if one day they will need those stuff, they will come to you, because you've been in their faces for long. So this is just to motivate someone out there. Just start. Even if you've not started, start something. It might not be braided, it might be something that you have passion on, it might be something else. Anyways, so that's just the journey, that's just my beginning, like I said. So if you want me to tell you more stories of how I broke through, how I opened my first shop, how, if you just want to keep getting motivated, if you want stories like this, just please comment down below, and don't forget to share this video to encourage someone else. Also, please like to encourage me too, and comment what you love. Again, if there is any video you want me to work on, if there is any video you want me to do and post, please let me know in the comment section below. Again, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, especially if you're new, and even if you're old and you've not clicked on the notification bell so that you will receive my videos whenever I post. Please do so, and thank you for always loving me. I still remain your beautiful Lorenzi Creatives, the one and only braided wig maker. Thank you guys, thank you for all you do. Thank you so much.